Okay, we still have no neutral. So we're going to see if the power comes to this outlet and if we have a broken neutral in here somewhere. Nope, there's just one wire coming in. And wow, this outlet is hooked up backwards, but it's not what our problem is. Wow, look at that. That wire broke right off. Found a broken wire in this outlet, but it's not the problem because it was just one outlet. And they had the black on the silver screw, which is the neutral side, and the white on the brass, which is the live side, which is backwards. Unfortunately, this isn't the problem in here. And the ground wire was not connected to our outlet. So we have to take this off. And we're going to get our ground wire tail to go on here. If we have one, we have one. If we don't, we don't. We're not going to get upset. We're not going to carry on. Just go without. Sometimes you go without. If you can't, you can't. That's the way it is sometimes. Oh, can you hand me that white wire up there? I'm going to cut a tail out of... This wasn't the problem here because it was one outlet. There's only one wire in it. So, but the outlet was hooked up wrong and backwards.
Unfortunately, I think the problems are a little more serious than outlets.
Well, it's... Okay, can you pull that bare ground wire out of there for me, please? Just poke it through. Okay, so these are our ground wires here, so we're going to straighten these up. And this one's grounded to our box. And we're going to make a tail to go to our outlet.
You want it pulled right out?
Just the bare one, yeah, because I have to have a ground wire tail. So we're going to use a ideal lever connector here. So we'll open up our lever like this.
Unfortunately, they all came out.
Okay, that's fine then. So it goes in like that. Make sure it's up all the way. Snap it down. Open our second one. I'll make sure it's going straight in and I push in all the way. Make sure our copper is showing at the top of the Waco like that and our lever is down. Okay, so can you hand me the bare one? Okay. Okay, so we'll make a little bend here. I picked up all your spices there for you.
Thank you.
We'll get in here. Get it in all the way. Make sure it's up at the top here. Push our lever down like that. So now we have our ground wires into our box.
You know you didn't kill that breaker, right?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
So here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. There we go. So we put our black on the brass screw, which is the narrow slot. The white wire goes on the silver screw, which is the wider slot over here. And your ground wire goes on the screen screw here. So we'll hook our white and ground up first. So we'll put our white up here on our silver screw. I'm going to make our strip lengths a little long here, so I'll bring this back. Okay, there we go. We'll close our loop. You always put your wire around the screw the direction your screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight. We'll put our ground wire up on our green screw here. Okay, we'll make our loop the direction our screw turns. Make sure our copper is under the screw head all the way here. Make sure it's nice and tight. Now a little extra is not overlapping, but I'm not taking it apart again because my hand is, I don't want to jeopardize my hand, but I bent that up a little bit so it lays flat on top and doesn't overlap. And it's only a ground wire. If it was a live or a neutral, I would cut it back a little bit more. But we have our copper under the screw head all the way around on both sides. So now we'll bring it down this way, and we'll put our black wire onto our brass colored screw. You always put your wire around the screw the direction the screw turns. follows our loop the direction our screw turns. Okay, and that's what we want right there. And now we can push our wires back into our box. I'm going to push that ground wire back so it's out of the way of everything there. Keep it down so it's away from our terminals here. So what I was looking for is an outlet where the power comes into and then goes out of it to the following outlets.
Yeah.
And the neutral wire coming off of one of them, like the one that's going out. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I checked every single one except for the one in the bedroom there.
Like I said, unfortunately, I don't think it's the outline.
Well, but that's where the power's coming into one of them.